Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Taz Talks. Today we're going to be talking about how to overcome your insecurities of being fat, how to be a little bit kinder to yourself and learning to love yourself and finding comfort within your own skin. I have had many different weight loss journeys and I know from experience that it's really tough out there to find comfort, especially when you're fat, when you don't feel like you're in a place mentally and physically to be out there, to do the things that you love, when you just can't seem to get up, when you're trying to get up but you just keep on falling, and it's tough, it's hard. So this is an episode where we're going to be talking about the difficulties of battling, weight gain and feeling a little bit insecure about ourselves. I would say the first thing that you really would encounter with these things is, obviously the insecurities. As the weight goes up a little bit, we learn to be a little bit more self-conscious of ourselves. It's just when we let ourselves go, we become aware of it ourselves. We may deny it to others and we may, be quite angry about it. But at the end of the day, it is something that we have done to ourselves. And we are fully aware of that. And the things that we're lacking, we know, but we try to hide away from and we try to ignore. That's why we put it to the side and hope that no one actually mentions it. But deep within, we know that ourselves. It's tough, but you have to be honest with yourself that, hey, look, it's okay. We've let ourselves go a little bit, eating this and that. Sometimes it happens. That's just part of life. But what we need to do is we need to get back up. When we let ourselves go, we need to gather ourselves together. The hardest part of actually gaining all that weight is that when you look in the mirror, you see a completely different person. Like, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. And it sucks. But you just have to muster up the courage to look beyond that. Because even though the person in the mirror doesn't look like the person that you think you are, that's okay. Just know within yourself that that's not always going to be the case. That you can get back up. And you will get back up. It's just like seasons in life. For me anyway, like with the battles mentally that I've had, every time that I have things that are causing me great stress mentally and things that I have to battle and challenge myself to overcome mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, these are the times where it also affects my physical body. Because like I've always said, weight gain is not actually physical. It's entirely mental. From my experiences, it's entirely mental and emotional. We gain weight when we lose ourselves. And that's what most people don't really understand. It's just that they think that it's just, you're just eating too much. You just lack discipline. Yeah, but why do you lack discipline? What causes that stress in your life to disengage that discipline or that work ethic that we normally have? Well, what is it? And it's the mental things that we have to contend with and battle with and wrestle with every day. And sometimes we fall. And that's why I say it's like a season, because we fall. Sometimes it's the fall season. Sometimes it's the winter season where you wear different things. The environment changes. It gets quite cold, right? Quite gloomy. And sometimes it's the summer. It's your peak when you look like your best and you're feeling good. And then it goes to fall again, and then the cycle repeats itself. I'm not saying get fat all the time, but mentally, there is a season. The things we endure in life, there's ups and downs. There's just like the seasons, there are winter, there's summer. There are cold, there are warm. There are nicer days, there are gloomier days. And that's what we have to contend with. And we have to actually accept within ourselves that it's not always going to be good. As they say, life ain't going to be sunshine and rainbows. But when it isn't sunny and when it's raining, you have to be kind to yourself. Sometimes, I've fallen off the cliff, like right off. And to a point where I would be like, there's no coming back from this. This is it. Like, I'll never come back. I don't even know how to get back up. Like, I've buried myself in so much fat and in so much misery. Like, there's no way. But there is. There's always a brighter day. And you can always dig yourself out, no matter how deep the tunnel or no matter how deep the ditch you may feel like you've digged yourself into. There's always a way out. So cultivate, be patient with yourself. That's the number one thing. You have to be patient with yourself. This isn't, and I've done it before, where I thought it's a sprint. So I lost so much weight because you know what? Like, I can do this. I'm so tired of doing this and that. And I'm just so tired of being fat. And I'm just going to do it as quickly as I can. But I gained it all back just as quickly as I lost it. So don't think of it as a physical aspect, because it's not. Because if you're just looking at it in your body and your weight and the numbers in terms of kilograms or pounds, you're always gonna lose focus of the main goal, and you're always gonna gain weight. You're always gonna put on the pounds, put on the fat. Because it's not that. It's the mental aspect. It's the mental balance that you need, the emotional, satisfaction, the emotional balance that you need to cultivate within your life in order to manage the stress, so that when life gets stressful, it doesn't affect your body, or you don't go back to binge eating or having comfort food. It's actually learning to navigate the emotional aspect of life and being mentally and emotionally stable and balanced. And that can only be done or curated and really facilitated through patience. You need to be patient. If it's, like I said, with the seasons, if it's winter, you have to wear your coat. And if it's summer, you have to put your sunscreen on. And whatever the season, if it's spring, if it gets rainy, get your brolly out. And that's what I mean by being patient. It's analogous to weight loss and being kind to yourself, because then you understand that, like, oh man, I don't feel like wearing a coat. You have to look outside, and the weather is what? It's cold, it's raining, it's the winter season now. Oh, okay, so it's okay to wear my coat. Because that's like, sometimes our fat is our coat. Sometimes our body is our outerwear of the physical. The physical really is just a representation of the mental. So I would say the physical is the fashion of our psyche. So whatever goes on in our mind also affects and has a noticeable change within how our body looks. And sometimes we fall off mentally. That's why you have to be kind with yourself during these times. You have to be accepting of the fact that, yes, I have fallen off, and sometimes you have eaten a little bit too much, more than you should have, and that's okay. But we bounce back again the next. But don't lose hope. Always be kind to yourself. No matter what season you're going through, whatever stress you're facing, whatever challenges, loss and depression, and all the different types of heartbreak that can affect our mental psyche, that's okay. You just have to be kind to yourself and know that things will get better and you can get out of it. There's nothing too far for you to climb out of if you're willing to get yourself out of it. And look, be comfortable of seeing the future. So see yourself in the future, not for what you are right now, but for what you could be. So if you look in the mirror right now, it's like, oh man, I look ugly today. I don't feel good. I feel bloated, feel this and that. Things change like that so quickly. So look at yourself in the future. So what you're going to be, what do you think you're going to look like in the future? Are you going to build healthier habits within yourself, have a good diet, good and healthy diet? Or are you going to take care of yourself more? Envision yourself as the best version of you, because you're looking at your worst. You see, life is like a film, right? But if you only pick up the worst scenes or the bloopers, then you're going to look at like, hey man, this movie's terrible. But if you look at the good highlights and you're like, wow, this is amazing. So that's what you have to look at or envision yourself, especially when you're at your lowest, to get yourself out of the rut. To cling on to that faith, there will be a better day, that this isn't the end of it. There's always going to be the next. And I would say that's how you find comfort within your own skin. Even though other people may see a different version of you, you're walking as if you're already that person. So they may see a fat person, but for you, you're walking as if you've built yourself a great body, a great physique, and you've overcome the battles already. I would have a saying to that, like a boxing analogy, in that in order to be a champion, you have to walk like a champion. So that's what I mean by that. However low you are in life, don't just walk and act like it. Act like you've overcome it already. Act like you've become a champion already. So it's like when you walk in the ring, you get to the fight of your life. Don't walk in there like it's your first time. Don't walk in there like you're the contender. Walk in there like you're the champion. Walk in there like you've been the champion your whole life, because you are the champion. You just haven't seen it yet. You just haven't been there yet. And I promise you, life will get better, and you can be great, and you will be great, because you was born for greatness. And that's what you have to understand. Everything happens for a purpose, and everything has a season. So for right now, your purpose hasn't been realized yet, but it will be. It is your destiny. And the seasons of your life may be changing, but go with it. Adapt with it, because at the end you will make it, and you will see how great you truly are. So learn to love yourself like that. You don't have to have the validation of others, or don't seek it, because no matter how many people validate you or approve of you, if you don't really like yourself, you're still not going to be comfortable within your own skin, because sometimes people are short-sighted, they're closed-minded. So if you can't change the way they see you, well, the only thing you can change is what you show them. That's the change that you can create in this world. If they look at you as a bad person, or as, you know, this and that, it doesn't really matter. But if you present a good person, then that's on you. You know that. They can't take that away from you, because no matter what their interpretation is, that's on them. But as long as you stick true to yourself and present yourself in the best possible way, then that's a job accomplished and a mission well done. And that's what you can do in order to find confidence within yourself. So always present yourself in the best way. So once you do gain fat, that's okay. People will judge you. They always will. And no matter how much they judge you, they can't sentence you, because only you have the power over your life, no one else. So that means you can also have the power to change entirely. And that's so beautiful. Don't fear, don't be scared. Life gets better. And what I've always said, there's a reason to everything. So that means every pain has an equal joy. Whatever pain you're feeling, there is something at the end of that that is joy, and it is equal or greater than whatever that pain is. Always remember that. Everything happens for a reason. There's a lesson in everything. Don't just disregard it. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. It's just a part of your development. It's a stage in your life. Just like how leaves fall in the fall season and rise up again in the spring. There's just seasons. Sometimes there's seasons where we have to fall off so that we can rise again, and greater and higher heights than we've ever been before. So I would say overall, learning how to be comfortable in your own skin is just learning to enjoy the process. Just walking the path. Don't worry about the future or the past. That's what really helped me in learning how to live. Like throughout the days where I was fat and I was like, oh, I feel so insecure about myself. I was like, oh man, I got boobs, you know, I got titties, and it's like, oh, my double chin. It's like my face don't look like this. And it's okay, because I know that won't always be me. It's just a season of my life, one of many to come. Life is so great and so vast. Don't get stuck on one moment. Keep living it, and many more will come. So hopefully that helps. If you have any other questions, please comment down below, because I'd love to help people, especially in their weight loss journey, because I have so much to offer. I mean, if I had someone to talk to me like this back when I was really struggling, and I mean, I would have loved to have the tips and to learn how to navigate through that. But yeah, I mean, let's all go through this together. And I would say the most important thing is to be kind to yourself, most importantly, and to learn how to love yourself, because it's going to be a tough journey, and no one's going to do it for you or care for you unless you do. So that's the first and foremost. Learn to love yourself. Comment down below any tips that you would like, any topics that you'd like to talk about. I'd love to talk more about it and share to the world. Let's help everyone find comfort within their own skin. So hopefully you like this video, guys. This is Taz Talks, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's grow this channel and help people along the way. Thank you so much. Till next time.